everybody. Welcome back to Torchlit Tavern.
Torchlit Tavern.
Once again, it's December.
God, you're an asshole.
We're releasing our Solstmas episodes. This Solstmas, we have a special guest who will be introduced soon. But for now, all you need to know is we are a real play 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. We focus on narrative, plotline, story, characters. We love all that shit. Yeah, I mean, most of the time.
Also, what's important here is that we are the world. We are the people. Go on.
I mean, it's very accurate when we're playing D&D.
Solstmas, we played with some worms.
Yes. We are, for the first Solstmas episode, continuing the storyline from last year.
Weird.
So, if you want to go back and listen to that, it's not going to be super important to go backwards, but it'll help you get some context as to where we're starting the story out today. But for now, my name is Jameson Oxford. I am your Dungeon Master, and playing with me today is...
Your mom.
She does not know how to play D&D.
Hey guys, it's me, it's Ryan. I'm back again. I'm playing Darthaniel Fluteblower again. Welcome. I know you've heard of me because I'm famous.
Very famous.
Famous. That's the pun you were working on that whole time?
But also, I hate that we're once again doing playing with me, because we literally did this the last time, and now we're doing it again. And I don't like that people are playing with me. It sounds bad, Jay. Can we come up with anything else?
No, I don't see the problem.
I literally listened to these
playing with
episodes
me, just
yesterday.
like last time on Torchlit Tavern.
It's awful.
With me. I've been playing with you guys for the last year, and you guys did not complain.
It's because you can't play D&D with yourself, Ryan.
Yeah,
it's true. You
can
only play with your friends. You can't play with yourself here.
I've tried. I was a very lonely 15-year-old.
Hey, I'm Jeff.
There it is.
I'm back for another Solstmas where we really lean into all of the minutia of the holiday. And I'll be playing Solstmas. Very excited.
Really?
It should be a lot of fun. And playing with me is Mitch.
Not
yet,
baby.
An option to try to opt out. Nope.
Not yet, baby. Maybe later if you play your cards right and Katie gives me permission and Liz says it's okay. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed our Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed our spooky season. And I hope you continue to enjoy our what is this? Solstmas, this one. Yeah. I'm Mitch. I play characters. I play D&D. I do not read the rules for D&D. And Jay hates me.
Absolutely.
Yes, just passion. Like old friends.
And more likely playing with Jeff today is...
I'm Katie Mischief. I am going to be playing Spooky Gourd, also known as
Love it.
Lady Rammius.
Less interesting.
Less interesting, but, Spooky Gourd doesn't have the same high-class ring to it that Lady Rammius would like.
It's true.
I'm playing a Revenant, which means I am an awakened undead, a la Grimm, and I'm hunting down the parties responsible for my death. I am looking at I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling.
The Awakened Undead homebrew was made by Eric, Adam, and Tamer. We've used it here before. We're a big fan, and we just want to make sure we give them a shout-out they deserve, because it is quite well made, honestly.
Yeah, very well made. Thought it was out of a book when we first saw it. So,
me too. Fuck.
Once again, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons today. We are doing our Solstmas episode. Solstmas is our weird take on the Christmas season that is focused on the winter solstice and sort of mixes all of the holidays together. That being said, if you've listened to us, you know that it's very heavily Christmas-themed, because that's what we know. And I don't really want to insult another one. I'll touch on them, but I don't want to get too into it because I never want to, do a bad job.
Don't touch on people without their consent.
Yes.
I mean, we're already playing with them.
No, we're playing with each other with consent.
Yes, unfortunate.
Yeah. Ryan does consent, just begrudgingly.
Don't kink shame.
I had a girlfriend like that once.
Withholding.
You know what? Because
she begrudgingly consented?
Yeah.
Wow. Because this is picking up on last year's episode, I'm going to have Jeff give us...
last year on Torchlit Tavern.
Wow. Hopped on it.
Last year on Torchlit Tavern, Solstmas Edition.
Starting to refer to these as the Solstmas Chronicles. In a small fairy airship to explore and bring back word of what has become of the Santa Claus and his peoples. As you fly the complicated and lengthy path to where you know the lands of Yule reside, a trepidation has already set in. From behind you all comes a voice. Yes, you should get off the sands. It is not safe.
I turn.
Comes across, and a good-looking man stands and says, Welcome. My name is Walter, Ohio. It's about time someone showed up to help. Thank you.
If he gets higher than me, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
He got a 20. You're right.
Just like I wasn't expecting to like feel inadequate to Walter, Ohio for this entire episode.
As you guys all come to a complete stop, including the snowman, two figures step down. One of which is a thin man dressed in a chill suit. And you can see that his eyes are so blue that they shine forth from his suit. And his skin seems to be a very light bluish white. We are not enemies. We work together. They've come to help us. Can't you feel it? Seriously though, do you want to get super high with me right now?
Can we?
Yeah,
Yes.
actually, yeah, I'm,
Jack does a spell which causes a small shield to appear in front of you so you can sort of see as you guys just head down deep into the earth as it tries to escape from you all. You travel for miles and miles and miles, eventually coming out into what appears to be a massive cabin beneath the sand. You guys find yourselves in front of a quaint little cabin beneath the earth. Deep under the ground, in the land of Solstmas, is a humongous cave, and from it, a river of spicy nog goes forth. The fuel source, the holiday cheer in pure, drug-addictive liquid form, pours from a cabin in the center. You guys have finally arrived. You've knocked on the door, and it has opened. And a shadow of a tall, skinny figure fills the doorframe. Can I help you?
yeah, I'm uncertain, but, Jack here has brought us, to your door. Yeah, are you the one who will, save the realm?
Or are
This,
you an interloper that must die?
This hellscape that was winter, which was also a hellscape.
There is
Hellscape
no
regardless.
interloping here. Come in. And it's not us that's going to save the realm. It's you guys.
Personally,
Why?
I could leave this hellscape right now. So this is not a great. This is maybe not the best of your choices. Yeah.
But first, could you put down your weapons as he nods to the 4 lit grenades sparking away in House's hands?
Upon
House.
whose order?
House, maybe we don't. Maybe we wait.
By the order of Saint Nicholas, ex-spirit of Solstmas.
House drops the grenade.
Soul takes another sip, pours some more Dreamy Lily in his cup, and sips it.
So I'm worried that we said that they were lit grenades and that he just dropped them.
Yeah.
Awaiting orders!
Darthaniel dives away.
Soul casts the gust cantrip and blows them away. Soul just goes.
Yeah, you guys are brought into the house as the sound of 4 large explosions happens outdoors, and you're greeted by a strange sight. Inside is a very large, cozy cabin, and seated and milling about in various forms of undress, like they've just been camped out in a cabin for weeks, are a lot of older-looking gentlemen. You see various... It's a little bit of a mixed bag as far as races goes. Nearby, you see what looks like a furbolg in heavy furs. Across the way, you see what looks like a fat man with a large beard, just sort of chilling by a fireplace. Next to him, and they seem to be in a heated conversation, is what is obviously a Krampus. Maybe the Krampus. His horns nearly stroking the ceiling. In the kitchen, you see an old woman furiously cooking away.
It's real hot in here. Are we interrupting something? We late to the orgy.
Said by someone who's not been to enough orgies. Could never be late.
Jack's like, no, this is most of the orgies I've ever been invited to.
House is only here to stick it in people.
House, please, put him down. Not now. House, come on.
Welcome to the heart of Solstmas. It is odd to have so many here. He nods at Jack, and he says, it's good to see you, Jack of Frostus. New heir to the spirit of Solstmas. We've been waiting a long time for you to get here.
Yeah, likely because he's been high a lot.
Just trash.
The nog expands the mind.
He looks at Soldans and he goes, aren't you high a lot?
Oh yeah, but I have no responsibilities, yeah. My realm is in chaos and this one is, well, also shitty.
Rude.
And I sip more drugs.
The nog unfolds the mind like a great frosted blanket.
You're very rude.
Over a Solstmas diorama.
Yeah.
Come in.
Did you miss the
Jack-
part where I said my realm is also shitty?
No, I missed the... Yeah, you're rude. So...
I'm upset. I'm taking it out on everyone else.
At least you're honest about it.
As you guys move in and you say that, you see that the Furbolg just sort of like pulls out a willow switch and gives you a smile and swaps it into his hand. He's like, I'll show him how to behave in the spirit of Solstmas.
I knew this was gonna work.
I've had bigger creatures try.
Never mind Belsnickel. He is of the old ways. And then Krampus from his seat says, you leave him alone. I like to see a satyr around here.
Definitely.
Sol
Howard.
looks over at Krampus and nods and goes, yeah, you were one of us once. Now you're one of them.
One of who?
The Winters.
This is not winter, this is Solstmas.
To be honest, I do not know the difference. Yeah, this is news to me, yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Is it different?
Very. Says the tall man. Nona, is food almost ready? And she just sort of says something in a language that none of you fucking understand, and he just nods. And then you guys hear sort of a commotion coming from a back room.
There is a loud whirring noise in the back of the room, and the house begins to vibrate violently.
Solstmas has been secured. Non-believers must be purged.
And those of you who have been with House know that House is engaged. Curb stomp mode.
Okay. You see all of the older fellows in the room just sort of get a look on their face, like, of concern. What non-believers out there? What's your problem? What's it doing? Jack just sort of looks at everybody's like, I can no longer see what the future at the moment. Everything's cloudy here.
I think he's gonna kill everyone. Not sure why, but yeah.
The nog has revealed to me that I must consign all of you to eternity.
Oh.
Sol looks at him, goes,
Okay.
not again.
Well, this makes giving one Solstmas wish much easier. And he kind of claps his hands and he says, she can come out, I guess. Let her meet the group.
Who?
Out walks Lady Rammius. She's a pretty tall woman at 6 foot with long black hair that just seems to have like twigs and shit in it.
Been there,
But,
done
like-
that. That sucks.
But she has a beautiful dress on, like tight corset, and she has this big hat with a big wide brim.
Ryan, calm down.
Oh, that's from the... Oh, I can see how that would be. I think I get that now. No, I was thinking Corpse Bride a little bit more with the, like, tight corset, but...
Okay.
She doesn't look super undead, but, you know, her skin's very... She's dead.
She is super undead.
She's so dead.
But she's so undead. Oh my gosh.
You want me to just do it here?
It seems for the best. There's something seems to be wrong with it. Might as well.
Of course there's something wrong with it. And she walks up, but floats a little bit, like those kind of like big floaty steps that some really cool women do that I would fall if I tried.
Some really cool would do.
The glide walk.
Yeah, the nice glide walk,
It's the really cool woman walk. Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, really cool. And
I also can't do that.
I bet he can't.
Shame.
And she just takes her sickle off of her back and looks around at the others surrounding the gingerbread man almost for approval.
Krampus nods, as well as Belsnickel. These two large creatures just sort of smile at you like, yes, no, let's do this. The other more Eladrin and human-looking ones look a little bit uncomfortable, and the old lady in the kitchen does not notice nor care as she is cooking up a storm.
The extended torso of House disengages somewhat in the middle, and the center portion and top portion begin violently spinning in opposing directions, like a blender.
Since we're going to do this, apparently, maybe you guys should roll initiative.
I was going to say, Darthaniel's mouth has fallen open, and as this nymph has walked into the room, he cannot believe his eyes. And he just begins to walk forward, and he goes, "Hello.
I'm sure you know who I am already, but I am Darthaniel, Fluteblower. Nice to meet you."
It is
A
of note
pleasure.
that you got.
Yeah,
It is of note that you are of opposing seasons, fully opposite of each other.
It's perfect.
Yes, it is.
Opposites attract, Jay.
Yes, go ahead, Katie. Sorry.
She says, "A pleasure, I'm sure." And I rolled a 5 for initiative. So
Love it.
Strong start.
Yeah, distracted her with your advances.
I rolled a Mitch.
Yay! House, what did you get for your initiative?
That one, baby.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
I rolled a Mitch, and
Nice.
you rolled a worse than Mitch.
I sure
He's-
did.
He's talented.
What is a ravishing woman such as yourself doing in a place like this?
Killing.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll just Eldritch Blast. It's a good open.
Classic. It's
right?
solid. Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
I'm playing a Warlock. I gotta do the pew pew Eldritch Blast.
Everyone's like, "Oh, yeah. Ryan, stop doing fucking Eldritch Blast all the time." Katie does it, and everyone's like, yeah, do fucking Eldritch. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, she gets
but,
3.
Yeah, but you know why, Ryan? Because it's funny. So,
Exactly.
Lady Rammius.
Because the other
go
option
ahead.
was Bow of Light!
Indeed.
Bow of Light.
It'll stop
Okay.
being funny when you stop caring.
I have to roll to hit. Does a 20 hit you?
Yeah.
Wow. Starting off strong.
Wait.
Does a
yeah,
17 hit?
No, a 17 does not.
Okay,
Of
so
note-
one hits at least.
Of note, you are no longer high, and you just came off the worm battle. So if you guys still have damage from last year, it's there.
I do.
I definitely do.
9 force damage.
I don't.
Nice.
I duck
And as she goes,
as much as a centaur can.
do you...
You just bow.
Yeah.
Immediately drop to all 4 knees.
You do one of those really flowery bows. You got
Alternatively,
like your
it's
front
the,
hoof up and your
it's
other
the-
hoof crossed under it.
Alternatively, it's the cartoon horse double split.
Yes.
So she does that, and she says, "Do you remember me, Abomination?"
wow.
House just makes a bunch of like whirring and grinding noises. It appears that House is severely malfunctioning. Yeah. Like my haunted blender downstairs.
One of the people in the room looks at Jack and goes, "What's wrong with it?" And Jack goes, I gave it sentience and then held it under spicy nog for a good hour. It's a soggy cookie."
House just moves forward in blender configuration.
Okay.
Darthaniel is
is
not
gonna
going to
take-
struggle to quickly get up and out of the way.
House is going to take a 10-foot forward march and attack anything between where House is and where House is going, which is just forward.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Soul gets
some
the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, Soul gets the fuck out of the way as a table just gets obliterated by spear thrusts.
Well, since it seems like it's probably for the best that I just use my cantrip, so I'm gonna continue using my I'm gonna cast Infestation, and the cloud of things that will be on him will be mosquitoes.
Not again. Not again.
Mosquitoes.
Sweet,
Can I get a con save, please, from you?
Probably not, but I'll roll for it and see.
It's really a shame, considering that's probably your good save.
That's a nat 1, baby.
You're kidding me.
Damn. Holy shit.
Don't go easy on the newbie. Come on.
I didn't roll too much damage. You're only gonna take 6 damage. But you will also move.
No, he's going to take
5
double damage
feet.
for rolling a nat 1 on his save. That's what I think.
Wow.
You're also gonna move 5 feet north of wherever you're
Take
at.
that.
5 feet north. God, regrets for whoever's 5 feet north of the blender.
Oh, Jesus. All right, let me
It's a
roll a
wall.
d6 here. Let me roll
Not
a
for
d6
long.
here.
Yeah, I assume he's gonna break through a wall at some point.
You watch. The thin man who told you he was St. Nicholas is in the way, and he just sort of pulls a staff from around his body and just sort of pivots House just north, this east or whatever the fuck, like in another direction, like bounces him off like a pinball game.
16 damage.
To this guy?
To whatever. That's how much damage. That's how much damage Blender does.
Fuck it, yeah. You see the bottom half of the staff falls away as you bounce off of him, and he just looks at his staff and makes a sour face as you get pivoted to the east.
Hey, guys, can we just talk about this?
No, unfortunately, my new friend. I must finish what I started. And she casts Toll of the Dead. If I could get a wisdom save.
Again, probably not, but I'll roll it for you. Oh god, yeah, no. House has a negative 1 on that one. That's
Making him roll saves is such a sad,
that's
mean
12.
thing to do.
That's 12.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
That's not high enough, unfortunately, my friend. It was a 16.
Yeah, I figured.
And I rolled almost max damage, so take
Nice.
23 damage from
Holy fuck.
as the bells ring out loud enough for everyone to hear, but they're ringing for you and calling you home.
They sound like Christmas bells.
God damn it. I knew you were gonna say it.
I don't know how much health you have, but I feel like we should make that be the one. Just like, since this is obviously a foregone conclusion. Yes. How much health do you have?
3.
Wow.
Because it was so cool, I do an extra 3 damage.
As the bells chime, you watch as House comes to a clanky, grinding stop, and cracks start to form on his gingerbread cookie exterior. Inside, a light flashes and then dims, and then there is a small boom, and his cookie parts are spread to all corners of the room, making a huge mess. And you see everybody just like, oh no, except for the fat Santa by the fire, who reaches down and picks up a chunk, yes, and dumps them in the milk, and takes a big bite. Gingerbread. Not my favorite.
I have a question for people that absolutely isn't problematic. What's your passive? Does anyone have a passive perception higher than 20?
Hold on. No.
Oh, okay, good.
It is 17, though. It is rather high.
Mine's 12. I'm not here to see shit, alright?
Mine's 13,
All right.
but my passive insight is 16.
Yeah, that doesn't
So-
matter. Just curious. All right, no worries. I promise that's not problematic.
Upsetting.
Can someone explain to me why we just exploded House?
I'm not too upset about it because he was.
Incredibly upsetting, but why?
She was trying
Because-
to get revenge on a murder. House was naughty.
He killed me, my love. And I just couldn't let that stand.
Her quest brought her here, and she asked for a Solstmas gift. Especially after his behavior in the common room of our cabin, it seemed the best to give it to her. It is regrettable, mainly because he made a mess.
I disagree.
Right away, sir. But
And I
tomorrow.
also
blow
start
himself up
eating the
eventually.
cookie. I also just, go through his shit. Mostly, not, to take any of his things, mostly to look through to see if there's any, paperwork or anything that I might need to know about him.
Weapons.
About the next
Just-
person.
yeah,
I was
he's
looking
just
It was
for.
just
loaded
weapons
with
and
weapons.
cookies.
I know where they're at, but I don't know, their name, I don't think. I just know where the next person is.
Sure. As you start going through the stuff, Saint Nick comes up to you and leans down very far, and he says to you, if you're satisfied, I would like to ask you for your aid. It is time to transfer the power over to young Jack. The heart of Solstmas, the spirit of Solstmas must continue, and we need to get him back to the North Pole to complete the ritual. The power has already been divested of Santa, and he points over to the fat jolly man in the corner who just sort of lifts his milk up and tips it at Jack. But in order to complete everything, we need to get him to the North Pole safely. And right now, the spirit of Solstmas is very vulnerable. And I think that a member of each house of all 4 seasons would be good in helping that along. Everyone knows that the balance is necessary. You represent autumn, spring, and summer.
Well, it's kind of a problem.
What's the problem, Darthaniel?
We just lost House, and he was kind of one of them.
Oh.
Darthaniel, a voice a few inches, uncomfortably close, behind your ear. Not to be a problem, sir. I represent the House of Winter.
Well...
And a man just appears next to you.
Roll for initiative? No, I'm kidding.
I will.
Oh, God. Who are you? Where did you come from?
I am the concierge, sir.
The what?
I am the caretaker of the Solstmas spirit. Coffee, tea, nog, and he presents to you a small silver platter with 3 of those cute little fine china cups.
Oh.
How
well, thank you.
adorable.
I take the tea.
This is the Claus's manservant. He has worked for Claus in his entire
Excuse me, sir. I am neither man nor servant.
time. Yes, you've said. His butler.
I do not buttle, sir.
He has worked for Santa since his entire career. But now, with Santa retiring, I suspect he will move on. I hope.
Do you have a name?
As I said, I am the concierge, but you may address me by any name that you like. Jeeves, Jefferson, Jeremy, Jacobs, Jameson, it does not matter. Any name, the beginning with the letter of J, it is the thought that counts.
Has to be a J?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Darthaniel, does that mean you're free? Because I'm pretty famous and I could use, your services.
I am the eternal steward of the spirit of Solstmas, sir.
Which will be Jack of Frostus once he reaches the North Pole.
Oh, well.
Soul's
Perhaps
kind of
another
like
time.
looking at his cup.
And when you turn back, he's just gone again.
Soul's kind of like looking at his cup and then looking up at the fat man, then looking at his cup.
And when you
looking
look
up
back
the fat
down
man.
at your cup, the custodian is there filling it.
You're aware there were drugs in this, yeah? Are you aware drugs were in there? Yeah? No? Okay.
But of course, sir. Spicy nog, yes?
No, but I'll take
Well,
more.
it is now, sir.
Of course.
And then he looks over at Darthaniel and goes,
Isn't the whole reason we were here because that man was dead?
as he points to Santa.
Ho, ho, ho. Yes, I was destroyed, but I
And yet
reconstituted.
here you stand.
Well, it took a long time. The land of Solstmas up top has been going barren and dry. No spirit, no Solstmas spirit. I have been destroyed, but you have brought Jack here, and I can use what's left of my power to transfer it to his vessel, which will be stronger and capable of housing the Solstmas spirit and bring everything back together.
And what happens to you afterward?
Oh, I'll
Will you be dead then, yeah?
No, I will heal, I imagine, I hope. I am very weak, and I hope to just recuperate here, spend time with my old friends here at the heart of Solstmas.
I see. So you'll be out of a job.
Retired.
Well, in case you're interested, I am very famous and I could use a butler.
I think I will enjoy being retired. But Jack, being the new spirit of Solstmas, may be able to grant wishes when all things are done.
Okay.
Speaking of which, he pulls around from behind his chair, and he brings out a big sack. This is yours now, son.
Whoa, put that thing away.
Oh, sorry. And he puts it, he tucks it back underneath, and he reaches around the chair, and he pulls out a big sack. And he hands it to Jack of Frostus. This is the sack. Use it wisely, and with love.
Soul walks over to Krampus, and he goes, does Krampus have like a mug or a cup or a glass?
Yeah.
Soul pours a little dream lily in there, and he goes,
It's giving time, yeah?
It's been a long time since I've had Dream Lily. Is it still strong, or...?
As strong as ever, yeah.
Really? I've never seen it as a milk?
Yeah, we've really gone places with it, yeah.
Interesting. Krampus clinks glasses with you. Thank you for bringing some Dream Lily back from the homeland. It's been so very long.
Yeah.
What brings you to the heart of Solstmas? Satyr friend, what's your name?
Sol, yeah.
Sol.
I was hired. These days, the homeland is shambles, but few of us, take work where we can.
Things get dark no matter where you are. It's good to see that you're holding out hope despite dark times. You're in the right place for such things. We're big on hope around here.
Soul kind of gives like an empty smile and goes, yeah, hope. And he cheers and he sips from his cup.
You don't have hope.
Hope is hard to come by.
Well, stick around. There's a lot around here. We'll get you some. In the meantime, Nana! Elfana, come on, where's the food? And she starts banging on a pot in the other room and saying in a language that only the concierge understands means food is ready, you goddamn bastard. Serve these ungrateful bastards their food. But only the concierge understands that.
The madam would like to indicate that the food has concluded its preparations and things are ready for your consumption, sirs.
I am rather hungry. I would love just anything.
A feast, my favorite.
I could eat, yeah.
They start getting the table ready. And a few other people come out of some side rooms and join you guys. A couple of guys in, like, long white robes. One guy, very white skin, long hair. Another guy, very dark skin, not long blonde hair. And his robes are a little dirtier. And they all sort of sit down and start getting ready. They shoo off the concierge when he tries to help them. It's like, you no longer work here. Sit down and enjoy food.
I am here so long as the inheritor of my charge remains in this domicile, sir.
God, you're infuriating. Everybody sits down, and you guys start to eat. As you eat, you all realize that you're getting a long rest. The food is incredibly rejuvenating.
Fantastic.
Lady Rammius, please join us as well. We wish to talk you into joining this last adventure, and at the end, you will be dropped back off in autumn, or wherever your current quest takes you.
I really do appreciate that.
The concierge appears behind you with a carved ivory comb. Shall I remove the thistle and bob from your hair, madam? While you eat, of course.
No, I rather like it as a reminder of where I'm going and where I've been. And you see she pulls out a bottle of wine that who knows how she would have been able to hide it in this bodice.
Prison wallet.
Prison wallet. It's in my coochie purse.
Krampus nudges Soul and goes, she's got a satyr sack!
I'm glad that came back.
It's my own satyr sack.
Yeah, who even knew? Look at that.
And she opens the bottle of wine and pours a large goblet for herself and kind of offers it up, puts it in the center, and says, in the spirit of giving...
who was that directed to, specifically? The whole table?
The whole table. I put
right.
the bottle of wine in the center.
Sure. It gets passed around. Everybody gets a little glass, and they all raise their goblets and say, to Lady Rammius.
Yeah, to Lady Rammius.
To Lady Rammius.
For the first of many vanquished foes.
Sure.
Yeah, you guys are very violent for a Solstmas gathering.
Speaking of, who else is on this list?
What list? The list?
Lady Rammius's list.
Oh, yes, who's been naughty?
Well, I don't know all of their names, but I do know exactly where my next target is right now.
Shall I call for them, madam?
Lady Rammius looks like she's, mulling it over. She goes, no, I think I'd rather help you for your toleration of me killing your friend. Also,
Not a friend.
Do you believe that perhaps I could reanimate him?
Possibly, but why would you want to? Did you just want to kill him again?
No, he'd make a wonderful servant.
You know, I do need a butler.
I'm not sure that one can reanimate the constructs that are of the House of Gingerbread. You could try, but we are low on time. Once dinner is ready, we will be needing to move you guys to catch a train.
He was very handy for, turning into like a sleigh earlier, so...
Back to the matter at hand, then, if that's all right.
Sure.
Sol leans over to Krampus and goes, "What lovely guests you have here."
Yes, what do you need of us now?
Like we said, we want you to take Jack, and they all nod at Jack, to become the new spirit of Solstmas. Since the beginning of Solstmas, there has been the spirit of Solstmas, and its personification has changed countless times. We are some of the remaining ones that are most recent. And he nods. You might recognize Santa Claus and Saint Nick before him, and they nod to the tall one. And also, you might not, depending on how ancient any of you are, recognize Belfana. And they point at the old lady. And over there you'll find
Whiskey per usual, yes?
Krampus
But of course,
and Belsnickel. And Belsnickel, who's just the two of them towering over on one end, they just sort of nod. Used to be a different time for us.
I would like you to talk more.
Belsnickel?
Yes.
Why?
I could really use your vocals on my next album.
Sure. Well, hey, we give them what they want here for Solstmas, right, guys? Everybody, no, shut up, Saint. I don't know why Solstmas went their direction all nice and jolly. I mean, St. Nicholas is no fun, but the rest of it is very jolly. I used to beat people and have a great time. Solstmas was a different experience when I was in charge. Went around grabbing naughty kids, I put them in the sack and beat them bloody. Good times.
Wow,
Solstmas just isn't what it used to be.
more gin, sir.
Absolutely.
Because if you're beating children, I know what you're drinking.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
What a
I had to
statement.
laugh so hard.
Is the horse-headed spirit around here as well?
Oh, you remember really old times. No, he kind of faded away. He's around, maybe outside milling about, but only a few of us can even see him anymore.
I immediately canter outside.
If you legitimately, your character would remember that spirit of Solstmas, then you can see a ghostly figure moving about in the orchard. If not, you can't see them at all. Do you remember its name?
Oh, not in many years.
Then you might be able to see him cantering about outside in the orchard, but if you can't remember its name, it's possible that even you will not be able to see them. Eventually, each one of us will be forgotten, and we will fully move on.
I immediately run outside because I want to meet this other horse.
Do you think Darthaniel...
I know the name.
Do you?
Yeah.
Does Darthaniel know of the horse-headed spirit of Christmas?
No,
or is
I'm
that
just
an
excited. You said there was another horse here, so I want to go see them.
He must be excited to see the Merry Loon.
Yes.
Thank you. I was at the tip of my tongue as well.
Through a window, Lady Rammius sees the Merry Lude eating an apple, but as Darthaniel steps outside looking at the same spot, there's nothing there.
I canter over and retell him the tales of the Merry Lude, like a tale of the Merry Lude.
Yeah, before there was the Merry Loot. Yeah, knocked on the door, made you participate in games. Yeah,
Did you say her name is Mary Lute?
not quite.
She plays a lute?
No.
Oh.
On the inside, Lady Rammius is telling a compelling story about how the Merry Lude would visit at the beginning of its season because her dearly departed husband was good friends with the Merry Lude.
As stories are passed around about the Merry Lude, anybody looking out the window or anyone outside might start to see the ghostly outline of a skeletal horse figure, but it fades away the moment your attention is dragged anywhere else.
May I assist, sirs and ma'am?
Sure.
Well, here we come, innocent friends, to ask leave, to ask leave, to ask leave to sing. Why should I join with those in play, in whom I've no delight, whose curse and swear, but never pray, who call ill names and fight? I hate to hear a wanton song, their words offend my ears. I should not dare defile my tongue with language such as theirs.
The The ghostly form of the skeleton gets very visible while he does his poem, but eventually when it's over, it does fade back away. Yes, that is the inevitable future for all of us.
Hey, you know what time it is? Jeff, tell them what time it is.
It's time for the Torchlit Tavern Toy Drive.
Yay!
That's right. Yay! That's right. This year, just like every year, we are doing the Torchlit Tavern Toy Drive. If you want to know the rules are very simple. Get yourself a toy.
Yes.
Buy it
Wrapped
brand
and
new.
Brand new toy.
Brand new.
Wrapped and new.
Hey,
And then
we never
take
said you
that
had to wrap
brand
it.
new toy.
Yeah, I don't even think they need to wrap it.
You know what? Just brand new. Still in
Brand new
box.
toy.
NRFB, never removed from box. You take that brand new toy of any type, of any variety, of any shape, size, or what have you, as long as it fits in a car, because you are going to then drive it to someone and give it to them. That's right. You buy the toy, you drive it to somebody, and you get to see the result of your efforts right away.
It is the 2022 Torchlit Tavern Toy Drive. You do all the work, and we steal some of the credit.
Yes, don't forget
That's
to
right.
hashtag and post it on Twitter to make sure that everyone knows that we gave you the idea. Make a child's day,
Go ahead and-
drive them a toy, and then give us credit.
Hashtag Torchlit Toy Drive 2022.
Go ahead and take a
yay, we
picture
got more
of you
teas.
with the toy in the car and tag us in it.
Post
Yeah.
it on. You can do TikTok
Hashtag
or something.
Torchlit
Just make sure
Toy
you
Drive
hashtag us,
2022.
please.
Yeah. TikTok. We accept TikToks, tweets, Instagram posts, whatever it is.
Carrier
Just let us
pigeon.
Carrier pigeon, but
Not ideal. They don't deal with the hashtags well. They get
it's
distracted.
hard to drive a carrier pigeon. They usually can't handle the weight of your body. So you guys come back in, and Bell Snickle is being told, "Shush! We don't talk about Svart Pete."
Zwarte Pete.
You guys come back to dinner, and the conversation continues. Anyway, the spirit of Solstmas
Outside, there's a dude
carries
nailed
on.
to a post.
No.
Oh, God.
Look, the spirit of Christmas is tied to a lot of things. Not everything contains the spirit. One of the robed figures goes, yes. The dark robed figure goes, no one is talking about you. You're not real.
Lady Rammius is currently hitting on Krampus.
Darthaniel's upset about it in the corner.
All of the various holidays of Solstmas are housed here. Anything that sparked the joy or celebration of the spirit of Solstmas is here. And they nod at the robed figures. And there's in most of these being winter celebration. But the spirit of Solstmas has migrated. It has encompassed more things.
Mold oats, Sir Fluteblower.
Yes, thank you. How did you know?
It is my nature to know, sir.
Really, though,
Anyway.
if you've got nothing after this, I would really love your services.
Anyway, it's not just a winter season. As I was talking to Sol earlier, it's not winter only anymore. On the other side of the material plane in the island of Dakari, when it is in the heart of winter and Shar, it is raging summer, and yet they still celebrate Solstmas in the heart of summer, and he stares at you. They celebrate it their own way, but it is still celebrated.
Soul looks at him with this sort of empty gaze and goes,
Huh. Well, you learn something new. I've been gone quite a long time, so long I'm starting to understand time.
he sips from his cup again.
Sounds
only
like
thing-
it's probably just the drugs talking, love.
He stares at you, and then he shakes his head as he looks away from your dead eyes, and he says, the only thing that truly seems to tie Solstmas together, the various festivals and celebrations and all the things, the only thing that seems to be the same throughout all these various ways of celebrating is hope. The child hopes for gifts. In the old days, they hoped that winter would end. Different worlds all celebrate versions of Solstmas, and some of them have tied it to their religion, and all of it is based in a hope. And that's why we need your help, because right now Solstmas is at its most vulnerable, and we are hoping that we can get Jack to the North Pole.
Swirls his cup around a bit more, his mug with a bite taken out of it. He swirls it around, He looks up and he goes,
Well, Solstmas is old, and once was about the moon, huh? The longest night,
Yes.
the shortest day.
Yeah, long time ago. It's like we said, we've grown from that. But yes, that is one of its oldest things.
Well, then we have common ground. I too am fond of the moon.
Like to bark at the moon, huh? Yeah. It's a shame we don't have more time. We do need to push you guys on, because we try to explain things the best we can, but you guys have a train to catch.
7 minutes, sirs.
What is this?
Was ist das? Train?
What is this train?
It's a pot station, 7 minutes, sirs.
Oh, we need to get you up the
7
chimneys.
minutes.
Yes,
6
we need to
minutes
get you
now,
up the
sirs.
chimneys. They start clapping their hands and shushing everybody around. Yes. We got to get to the train. Come on. You got to meet up with its next stop. And, oh, wow.
Can I have food to go? I haven't eaten yet.
The concierge presents you a plate.
Yeah, and Nana just piles more food on it. He tries to give you, like, a nice, carefully laid out tray, and she just dumps more food on it, like you're going away for the whole winter. And, it gets pushed on you with 2 plates sandwiching it, and she smiles. Gives you that old lady smile.
You better share, love.
As you say that, she grabs another plate, hands it to the butler, and shovels more food on it, which then gets shoved in front of Lady Rammius.
Sol downs what's left in his mug and puts it back in his satyr pouch. Fuck it. Satyr sack.
Embrace the satyr
Satyr
pouch.
sack.
And then gives her a kindly nod and heads out the door, eating the whole way.
As you head to the door, Krampus puts his arm out. Sorry, man, that's not the way we get around here. And he pushes you toward the fireplace.
Isn't it a lit hearth? Didn't you explain it was a lit
currently
hearth?
on fire, roaring, warm, inviting.
The concierge stokes the fire as you approach.
Yeah, I am summer, not fire. This is not going to be pleasant for me.
As you guys are getting pushed toward the fireplace, almost pushed, like, aggressively, like you're about to be put in the fireplace by everyone there, you see that Santa Claus and Jack of Frostus are talking in quiet tones, and then he turns to them, claps them on the shoulders, like, ho, 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 boy, it's time to try those abilities that you might have now. And they're gonna need your help.
Yes, I'm a rather large horse. I don't think I could fit there.
I'm sitting upon my flying broom, like side saddle on
Jack's
it. Like
side
I
broom.
ride. Yeah, I ride Western.
Side
Jack
broom
starts
like a lady.
rubbing his hands together. He claps them and like he's building up friction, and then he blows on his hands, and blue motes of snowflake touch all of you, and you feel a strange vertigo as you are sucked up the chimney abruptly.
Ooh.
You guys travel through the chimney. It's this long, snaking thing. At first it's brickwork, and then it gets narrower and narrower until it feels like you're in an iron pipe that's just going in all directions. And then, just as soon as you were in the fireplace, you pop out, and it's a cold winter day on the rooftop of a small gable building, and you immediately all slide off of and land in a plop in a pile of snow at a train station.
I was sitting on my broom, so I think I float down nicely.
You get shot out sideways and come to a stop.
May I help you to your feet, sirs?
He's just standing there next
Yeah,
to us on the ground.
He's just already there, yeah.
Yes, please.
Sol just kind of, however he landed, he rolls into whatever position looks comfortable, feels comfortable, and continues to eat and goes,
Well, if you insist, sir.
Plopping down next to you guys on his feet, landing in the snow, comes Jack. And he's got his sack thrown over his back, and he looks around as a train whistle is sounded, and a large, old-school steam engine. It's only about 7 cars. It's only about 7 cars long, pulls into the station, and the doors open. Looks like we're just in time.
Would you care for assistance dismounting, madame?
I can mount and dismount on my own. Thank you very much.
Where are we?
But of course,
Oh, sorry. You guys are to where? We're about to get on the Polar Express.
of course. What a movie transition. Anyways, Sol hands his plate to this butlery dude.
Is Tom Hanks here?
And
As the door opens, you are greeted with a strange, waxy grimace of a man who absolutely looks exactly like Tom Hanks.
God damn it.
Hi! Welcome to the Polar Express.
Soul hands his plate, and he does one of those, like, bicycle spin kick to his feet breakdance maneuvers. It's pretty cool.
Gorgeous.
Nice.
And then he takes his plate back and he goes, "Does anyone know what this is? This metal snake?"
This is a locomotive, sir.
This is a
the
tray.
It's the only safe way to get to the North Pole.
You're not aware of what a train is?
Oh. Well.
Let's not be rude to the poor
Ryan,
country
ding me.
satyr boy.
Oh,
Ryan, dig me.
We're getting a ding. Wow, okay.
Oh, wow.
Mitch is random fact.
A train, also known as a locomotive, is defined by a engine followed by a series of cars. Now, often, if the train is designed to go in two directions, it will have an engine on either end, because an engine going backwards is always less efficient than an engine going forwards. So Jay said this has 7 cars, but does it really have 7 cars? Or does it have 5 cars?
It has 1 engine car followed by 6 cars, because it shouldn't need 2 engines with the length that it is.
I think he meant it's so that when it wants to go the other way, it's already got an engine there.
I guess yes, then. I imagine. Probably yes. I don't know trains. I'm not a train guy.
Dude, it's a fate train, man. It might only ever go one
It's
direction.
just, yeah, that's right. I'm the dungeon master, and what I say goes.
It's a magic train.
Also, like,
When it gets
turntables
to the
are
end,
a
it
thing,
just floats,
so, like, yeah.
flips, and drops. I don't know how you guys handle trains in your stupid world. Actually, Jack does tell you. This is the Polar Express. It travels through the lands of Fae, across time and Fae space.
Express. The
This
Polar
train-
Express.
This train is the Polar Express. It travels through the lands of Fae, across time and Fae space. In order to do this, it briefly passes through the Shadow Fae, a brief 12 seconds of darkness before ending at the North Pole. Tom Hanks, in a strange rictus grin, says, "Yes, last stop before the North Pole. Hop on. It's time to go."
I find you incredibly unsettling, but okay.
Many might. Ha ha! Get on.
I get on telling everyone, "Oh, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I'm a bit shadow touched myself. Nothing to be afraid of."
That's good.
Is this, like, a really big train, or is it just, like, your standard train?
It's a regular sized train.
As you get on, it is a regular sized old timey train. They're the coach
Because I'm not
rooms.
a regular-sized, old-timey person.
It's just
You'll
big
fit
enough
poorly.
that you can move down the aisles without trouble. That's it. But it is tight for you. But you can move. As you hop on, you see that each car is about 30 feet long. They have a handful of furniture, depending on what train. Currently, you're getting on in coach. The Tom Hanks nods to all of you, and he says, "To our left, you will find the cargo. Drop off anything that's important to you, and we'll put it there. And to the right, you will find the dining car, parlor, then sleeping car, and in the very back, a lounge.
What's being served in the lounge?
If you have important cargo, we recommend you drop it off." And as you guys say that, a couple of familiar faces walk into the room, one of which is Walter, Ohio.
No! No!
Jack! Darthaniel! And he runs up and he grabs both Jack and you in a big hug.
Why me?
Because we've been through so much together.
Soul is right there!
Yeah, hi.
I mean, I like him, but we haven't vibed in the same way.
We have?
Yeah.
Yes, we have. You're correct. I was just
Yeah,
messing with you.
come
Let's
on.
go.
Yeah.
Come on. Good.
A good
God.
Darthaniel jape. The other one that comes into the room is familiar, but not to you guys. It's a large, tiefling-like character, but his features are decidedly reindeer-esque, and he sports 2 large stag horns from the top of his head. His nose glows a bright red. Oh, shit. We got more people getting on the train right now? This is bullshit. I'm supposed to be monitoring stuff going to the North Pole here, and I don't need this many people getting on right now and making my job harder.
Yeah, I'm not here to make your job harder. I am just going to the parlor.
Do you do that?
To the
Parlor.
parlor.
Jack,
I don't know how to say this
Jack
word.
goes, before everyone goes, it's important to know.
The word, it's hard to say.
Parlay.
I have not gained the full powers of Solstmas yet, and people have always tried to steal the sack, so we need to defend this. Do you understand?
The sack?
Yes, the sack. It's important. It's one of the few things that everybody wants, because it's basically, you can have anything you want if you reach inside, with a few
Preaching
rules.
to the choir, I tell you.
Yeah, there's a few rules to that, but anyway, I don't know if we should put it in cargo or bring it with us at all times.
I don't
Tom Hanks
trust
goes,
that.
cargo is very defendable and difficult to take away. He motions everybody to come in, and once you're in cargo, you see that there are these large crates with, like, seals on them. It's like, once we place something in cargo, it should be nigh impossible to remove.
I would feel better if Darthaniel took care of it.
But of course, sir. I may carry your luggage.
Speaking from experience, I always keep my sack on me. Keep it very close, in fact. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Goat dick
Gross.
out.
I will...
No, in my sack.
Yeah, come on.
My Satyr sack.
Catch
Jack
up.
goes, I have an idea. And he reaches into the sack, and he pulls from in the sack a copy of the sack. He says, what if we put the real one under lock and key, but then, as we move through the train, we make it clear that we still have it?
What if we do the other?
A
You
devilishly
want to leave the real
intelligent
one
idea,
here? You want to keep the real one with us and leave a fake here? But no one knows the
Yes.
fake is here.
So?
I think Jack is right.
You know,
I defer to you. You've been nothing but helpful, all of you. If you think this is the best way to go, we can do it.
Thinking is not my strong suit.
Just if I was planning to steal something off this train, I would expect it to be locked away. Is my thinking.
All right. Well, he puts the fake
Thinking is
one
not a
in.
title.
He puts the fake one in a one of the containers, and Tom Hanks comes and waves a wand over it, and it seals. Tell you what,
How many of those can you make?
Oh, he starts reaching into the sack and just pulling out fake sacks.
We each
I can
be
literally
in charge
get
of one.
anything you guys want.
I'm into this.
Perfect. Is this very black?
So, do we just
Yeah.
leave like a bunch of them here? Is that what we're doing?
No,
No, we each carry
we
one.
all have one.
Oh,
Yeah.
wild.
Yes.
This
no,
is the
we
spirit.
are now folding Harry Potter into this, and we all have a fake one.
Fantastic. I love it. So we put the fake one in here. We'll each have one. Who has the real one?
Jack.
Isn't it better that none of us know which one's actually the real one?
You want?
Absolutely
Oh, fuck.
not.
All right.
No, that is the wrong choice.
You want to play a shell game with ourselves?
No, this is even better.
I already don't know which one is the weird one.
You've all been vetted by the spirits of Solstmas. I trust you guys to know the information. And Tom. I trust Tom. And everybody looks at Tom, whose expression does not change from its strange, cheerful one.
I don't trust Tom.
Why?
Tom,
Why?
I hate looking at you.
This is the Uncanny Valley, sir.
I think, my love, that you must embrace the spooky.
I'll do what I can.
Embrace the unsettling.
You guys all get a sack. And Tom Hanks goes, would you like to see the rest of the train, sir? We're about to leave. And you guys hear the horn, and you can already feel the locomotive begin to move.
I believe Darthaniel can show us the rest of the train. Thank you, Tom.
Anything you want, sir. I will head up to the engine car and make sure that this autonomous train moves accordingly.
Perfect. Please stay there.
Can't promise. I do run the train. There are other things I need to do. As he goes up to the engine and checks things. You guys are in cargo, or you guys just head back down the other half of the train?
Yeah, I follow along with them,
Yeah.
but I'm very much looking at the other people that are on the train, see if anything piques my interest.
Sure. The first car that you guys enter after Coach, which, once again, now you guys have kind of gained Rudolph and Walter. Walter is just happy to see you guys. He's patting people on the back. It's very good. I was worried that you guys would leave me behind.
I was hoping we would.
Yeah, anyway, it's been nice seeing you, Walter. I'm gonna stay here and coach and make sure that nobody gets past us into cargo, because I gotta, watch after my stuff, and I'll help you watch yours too. Good meeting you, Walter.
Where is the P1? This is where games are, right? Summer, we are big fans.
Oh, the parlor?
of
Yes.
Games.
If you keep on going, there's the dining car, then the parlor car, then the sleeping car, and then the lounge. And, you can't get lost. It's one line. And he just sort of sits down at one of the chairs, and you guys move into the dining car. Inside the dining car, you see two people in the dining car. They are both. One of them is seated at one of the tables. Looks like he's trying to enjoy a meal, and he is this old, skinny man, kind of hunched over his food. He's got a long, tailored coat and suit on and a top hat that is sitting next to his food. He is an old man with a long nose and a little beard, and he's just sort of like angrily looking at this guy. And the guy next to him is in like a classic, more modern in our world suit, and he is standing over this other man and yelling at him. Now you see here, Mr. Scrooge, I know you gave money to Potter, and you ruined my goddamn life. Do you understand? I'm not gonna stand for this. It's all your fault. Bah, humbug. What that man did with the money is none of my concern. I'm a changed man. If you need help, ask for it. But otherwise, leave me to my dinner. And you guys enter the room with that in front of you. You watch as the other man says, I'll be back. This isn't over. And he looks at the rest of you guys and he just like finally notices you and he goes, hi there.
Good evening, sirs.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Guten Tag.
I apologize for the outburst, sirs and madam.
Such is life, friend.
This is fine.
It's perfectly fine. Please just don't raise your voice like that again.
It is quite unbecoming, sir.
It's natural. Yell if you want to yell. Yeah.
Merry Solstmas. He kind of seems awkward, and he goes and he sits himself down at a table further away from Scrooge.
I keep clip-clopping along.
All right, you guys make it.
Soul made his intentions clear. He's going to the one with the P because he thinks there's games there.
When we arrive, sir, shall I orchestrate a game of dice or cards for you?
As you guys walk by the man in the suit and Scrooge, I need you guys to roll perception check.
Do you need me to roll it?
What is your passive perception?
18.
Okay.
I got a nat 20. I'm doing good today.
I'm going to roll for posterity, but man, I'm not going to beat my passive.
22.
Should I beat my passive?
Who all beat a 16?
Yeah, I beat it. Just barely. 17.
Got an 11.
26.
So, everyone but Darthaniel notices that the man in the more modern suit who was yelling at Scrooge, his eyes travel to the sacks that you guys are all carrying. He looks at each one of you, and there is a look on his eyes like oh god. And he like he seems alarmed at them and excited by the sight of it, of the sacks.
I also get excited by the sight of sacks.
God damn.
It happens.
Soul looks over his shoulder and he goes, yeah, don't stare at my sack, yeah.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to ogle. You guys keep
Soul
going
continues along the way.
to the parlor. The parlor is a fairly open car. There's a handful of seating and what appears to be a bar. Standing at the bar is a very tall figure, once again in a very tailored, long suit, similar to one we've seen before. Atop his hat, though, is no hat, but underneath where the hat would be is the bone rictus of a skeleton man. And he is sitting there with 3 small kids, and they're all drinking eggnog. And as you get there, Walter Ohio calls out, the Nog Nilbar! Yes. Truly a great place to be. And behind the bar, you see a goblin dressed in a jester's outfit just pouring eggnog from the tap.
Oh, the pink jester's outfit?
Yes, absolutely.
Classic.
Pink and green, a little Christmassy.
Yeah.
There's the Nog Nilbog. Nog on tap. It's free. It's with the train.
Is it spicy?
I think they keep it a little light so that things don't get too rowdy around here, but yes, there's a little bit in there.
I'd love a glass.
And as the skeletal figure turns around and he says, "What's this? New riders." And once again you notice that his face travels to all the sacks, before quickly lighting back on your eyes. Do my eyes deceive me? The new spirit of Solstmas rides with us?
Put it on your promotional video.
And who are you, sir?
Me? Why? Can't you tell? I'm the Pumpkin King.
And I am Darthaniel Fluteblower.
Oh my gods. The Darthaniel Fluteblower?
Correct. I see you've heard of me.
I have. I am quite a fan of music. And you, lady, you look like one of ours. Are you from Autumn?
Yes, I am.
Lovely. It's so nice to be surrounded by someone from where I'm from. There's so much winter here, though it is delightful.
I don't mind the cold, but I do mind the one-note season. there's no variance in color or scenery.
Yes, they really could use a little bit more orange.
Orange is a wonderful color. And when she says
And black.
that, she kind of does like a little spin, and when she comes back around, her dress, which was before a dark brown and black, is now this beautiful orange with ribbons.
Oh my, yes, you remind me of a girl I knew. Delightful.
This is the parlor?
This is the parlor. You've arrived.
Fantastic.
If you've traveled through the rest of the train, you've met everyone here. The next car over is the sleeping car. You might want to choose your place where you're going to set down your things.
Sol walks up to the bar and nods to the Nog Niblog. And
Nog Nilbog.
Nog Nilbog.
Nob Nilbog. The
Nom,
Nob
nom, nom, nom.
Say that 10
the
times
Nog
fast.
Nilbog.
I'm
Nog
speaking with the
Nilbog.
skeleton, right?
Needhog?
That's
Yes.
I pull out a dragon chest set.
Ooh.
All of the pieces are carved out of bone.
How delightfully creepy.
It's a beautiful set. And she goes, one of the few things I maintained from my house.
Well,
From my home in autumn.
he sits down at one of the tables and says, "You must teach me. Unless you want to go get your sleeping quarters arranged."
I've been excited for a game for a while, so I look forward to teaching you. I'd like to set up drink my cup, drink my glass, and play a game. And then I can get myself settled.
Nog Nilbog! Nog for everyone! And as that gets poured, the 3 kids that were with the Pumpkin King all run up to you guys and start tugging on your legs. Hey, misters! Hey, you guys have gifts? What's in the bags? Give us some.
Your fresh glass, madam.
We want a present. We want a present. We want a present. Give us a present. It's Solstmas. We want a gift.
I am not Santa Claus. I am Darthaniel Fluteblower.
But you have a gift sack. So did you or did you not bring Solstmas presents?
I have a sack. That is all that it is.
They immediately turn to Sol. What about you, Satyr man?
Sol
Empty the Satyr sack. Come on.
Sol sidles up to the bar and looks at the Nob Nilbog and gives him sort of like a put a little extra spice, put a little extra pepper in my mint. Look.
The Nog Nilbog regards you with a stony silence.
And he lays his sack, or he sets his sack on the bar, jams his immovable rod into the sack and the bar, like just to sandwich it solidly, and clicks it on, and turns to the children and goes, Yeah, was ist das?
Nog Nilbog nods at you and starts pulling a mug of Nog and hands it to you. As you guys get situated on the Polar Express, the train goes on, heading towards its final stop at the North Pole. You've met everyone on it.
I want to slide this in there.
Sure.
I have another wand. I have a wand of enemy detection, which I take out. And I just...
What does that do?
The wand of enemy detection, this wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge to speak the command word. And for the next minute, you know the direction of the nearest creature hostile to you within 60 feet, but not the distance. The wand can sense the presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, hidden, as well as in plain sight. The effect ends if you stop holding the wand.
Homie got a motion tracker.
So as you pull that wand out and give it a little wave, the train rolls on. The sound of the whistle blows, and you guys head closer to the final stop to save and secure the spirit of Solstmas. As you travel across the frozen winter, though, Sol Dance's wand lets him know that he's surrounded by people who might be his enemies right now.
All of them are hostile?
Hey, tavern goers. Thanks again for listening to Torchlit Tavern. You can follow us and interact with us on Twitter at Torchlit Tavern, or email us with any of your most pressing questions at torchlittavern@gmail.com. You can also find our entertainers on the streets of twitch.tv/Torchlit Tavern, yelling obscenities at passersby. If you enjoyed our tale, you can tip your storytellers as you leave the tavern, which you can do via patreon.com/Torchlit Tavern. Every little bit helps, and those who tip well and often can find themselves privy to an extra story or two, jokes, or maybe even a bit of hidden lore. Our story continues to grow all the time, and though we have no designs on a vast empire, your help is always appreciated.
Our theme music for this campaign was designed by the bard, Brett Eagleston. Get his music at bretteagleston.bandcamp.com or find links for all his projects by following Bread Eagles on Twitter. This episode was edited and produced by Jameson Oxford and Ryan Santos. Other music and sound effects are provided by Epidemic Sound with help from freesound.org.
And if you should find yourself surrounded by eager ears and attentive listeners, remember to tell good stories.